Fearne, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And we're going to cook you some soba noodles with lots of greens, some roast kale and some fried coconut.
I'm excited.
Can you just tell me, because you've got so many exciting things going on at the moment.
So really I'm kind of working on the podcast at the moment, a series called Happy Place.
Yeah.
And it's kind of less about my own happy place and more about talking to other people about theirs and their life and their ups and downs. And the main crux of it is just sort of honesty and authenticity. Yeah. So people who I know are willing to bare their soul and they want that space to kind of do so. So yeah, it's been really lovely actually.
Who's been a really fun guest that you've had on?
They've all been amazing. I would say Stephen Fry was just a treat. He's just a rarity on this planet.
What's your kind of go-to meal?
I really love cooking, as you know, and I really love eating well. If I'm really knackered and I can't be bothered at all, I'll do the quickest thing ever, which I have quite a lot. I get loads of kale, and I steam it really quickly with loads of broccoli, pre-cooked beetroot, whack them on, sun-dried tomatoes, whack them on. Then I get some goat's cheese and crumble that over, and then I make a little dressing out of olive oil, tahini, sweet miso and salt, and just mix it all up and then dribble it over. And it takes me about 2 minutes to make that meal. It feels quite clean and fresh, but I put loads of goat's cheese on so it's really creamy and the dressing's really sweet and zingy. So yeah, just something like that.
What's a memorable meal that you've had that just sort of evokes a nice memory? Or
I think one of the nicest meals I've had, or certainly week of meals, was when my husband and I went to Sri Lanka and we just ate loads of gorgeous Sri Lankan curries. There was something about the way they use their flavours and spices, and I just absolutely loved them.
When you're cooking, do you have special music you listen to that gets like an album? Or...
Yeah, I mean often it's just kind of like CBeebies on in the background and my kids shouting at me. I love Elton John, that's always a good cooking album, or any like his greatest hits or any of his albums. Fleetwood Mac, I love listening to when I'm cooking, David Bowie.
And have you been to any good new restaurants in London that you could recommend?
Yeah, so I went just with a friend the other day to a new vegan one called Pharmacy. It seemed to have a really good diverse menu. It wasn't kind of too limited and it all seemed quite natural. And there's another one called that I want to try called Redemption that's also sober. So there's no booze.
Oh, really?
And I think it's nearly 100% vegan, or there's like a lot of vegan dishes, and that I'm really interested in that because my husband doesn't drink, so that would kind of be win-win. That dressing is absolutely divine.
Well, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Thank you.